I'm here investigating this Bill McIntosh phenomenon. Let's see what people think.
Bill McIntosh?
Oh yes, his AI knowledge is almost as powerful as my magic spells.
Bill McIntosh? His traffic strategies are used across 17 galaxies. Even Martians watch his show. Captain McIntosh's traffic secrets help me navigate the digital seas perfectly. His show be pure treasure, mate.
Bill McIntosh's AI insights fuel my experiments. His live stream is pure scientific genius.
Sir William McIntosh's online business strategies help me modernize my kingdom. I never miss his weekly show.
As you can see, Bill McIntosh's influence reaches everyone from wizards to scientists. His weekly show has become a cultural phenomenon.
It's time for the Bill McIntosh Show.
Hey, thanks so much for all those artificial applause. So hello and welcome to the show. Of course, this is the show where I take my $100 million of results. Over 25 plus years, I've been building and growing online businesses and have generated over $100 million in revenue over that time. And so this show is where I take my hard-won knowledge that I have gained, all the hard knocks that I've taken, all the trials and tribulations and that I have gone through to build that success. And I take that knowledge and I pass it on and share it with you. And specifically, what we dive into in this show is we go into modern marketing strategies. So these are things that are using either AI or other cutting edge strategies of what's working right now to either start a new business or add revenue and scale up your existing business. Either way, you're in good hands, and that's what this show is all about. So I want to thank you for tuning in. And first up, let's do this. I want to look over into the chat and see who we've got here today. Give me a big, warm hello, and let me know where in the world are you. So I always love to see who's tuned in and where in the world you are. So do me a favor, and let's do some shout outs. And producer Nick, are you back there?
I am. Yeah, we've got a few of the billionaire veterans here.
Yeah. Welcome, billionaires.
Yeah, we've got Don. I remember Don. Hey, Don, I recognize you. Daryl. Daryl's been here almost every week. I think he's been here a few times. DE Productions is like one of our most dedicated billionaires. So good to have you here. We have Mary from the UK. I think Mary's new. And we always like to have an international audience, so glad to see someone from the UK. Charlotte from Georgia, Mitch from LA, Carol from Ontario, Canada. All right, so we have a few internationals today. We have Troz P from Iowa. Very cool. Betsy from Beaver, Pennsylvania. Hi, Betsy. Mateo fan and Draco fan from Maine. Emily from, not Columbia, the country, but I think MD is Maryland. Is that correct? She says Columbia MD.
I think so.
Yeah,
I am not an expert in geography. That's for sure.
So Emily, I hope I'm right there. I think MD's Maryland. So from Columbia, Maryland. Very cool. Daryl says he missed a couple. That's okay, Daryl. We're glad to have you here today, though.
Welcome back.
Mary says nice to hear you again today. Yeah. We try to be here every week. We've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and we've barely missed any. We're very consistent. Craig from Nebraska. Hi, Craig. Awesome.
All right. Welcome. So that's fantastic. And I noticed the audience is building up a little slowly today. Did you get a chance to send out the Ingeniosity invite by any chance, Nick?
No, I didn't.
Well, there we go. Let's see here if I send my invite. It did go out. Okay, good. Looks like it's still going out. Okay, so mine was a little delayed and yours did not go out. So let's do this. I do want to see who's new today. So if you're new to the show, if you haven't sat in on one of my shows before, give me an I'm new in the chat, and we'll do a round of shout outs for those of you who are new. And then Nick, if you could go send an invite, just send something out to the Ingeniosity list really fast, inviting them to the show. We'll get the audience built up here. And let me know, anybody here who is new, give me an I'm new in the chat. By the way, we have subscriber only chat turned on. So you just need to be a free channel subscriber. You don't need to be a paid member, just a free subscriber. And to do that, you should see down there a red subscribe button. Give that a tap. And that'll let you subscribe, and it will let you have access to our subscribers only chat. And a little bit later, I'm going to do everything I can to help you personally with your internet business. So if you have a situation, you need a little bit of advice, some help on getting traffic, maybe you want me to take a look at your business and your website, I can do that as well. But we're going to do an open Q&A a bit later on the show. And I definitely want to be able to help you out during that time. Also, on today's show, we're going to be covering a really awesome tactic for starting a new business, and I'd like to be able to help you out with your questions about that too. So definitely become a subscriber. Again, red subscribe button down below. And not only will you keep being invited to this show every Wednesday, but you'll also get access to the training that we release on this channel. We usually do 1 or 2 videos a week where we release additional training methods here on the channel. And so that's how you get access to that. And who's new, Nick?
Yeah, we've got Debbie Winston's new. I see Pete. Pete says, hi, guys. Don says, I'm an old school McIntosh fan. So Don's not new, but we love our veterans.
Old school.
Yeah.
An old school billionaire.
Yeah. Oh, so we have a few new people. There's a lot of them, actually. KBD is new. Altonio is new. Pros P is new. Mateo is new. And then I already mentioned Debbie. Debbie's new. Scripture Reflections is new. Charlotte's new. Betsy's new. Mary's new. Carol's new. Nice. A lot of newcomers.
All right. Fantastic. Well, love to see that. So I want to welcome you all. And if you're an online entrepreneur that you either want to start your first business or grow your existing one, then you're in the right place. So welcome to the channel. And today, on today's session, we have a really awesome bit of training. So you're going to get some insight from me on something that I've been doing for over 25 years. It is a key ingredient, a key strategy on what has propelled every successful business that I have built is based around what I'm about to share with you. And it is modernized for today's age. And producer Nick, our very own producer Nick here on the channel, has created some prompts that you can use with AI to take this tried and true strategy that almost guarantees your business will succeed if you do it correctly. And we're going to teach that to you. So it's called, the title is The Unfair 3-Step AI Trick That Launches $1 Million Businesses. So that is our training segment for this week. And that is what we have on deck for that.
I sent out the email. It just went out.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Nick. So we'll be doing that training. We're going to do open Q&A, helping you with anything at all about starting or growing your business. And I just might throw in an awful dad joke or two while we're along the way. But let's do this before we get into today's content. We're going to take a very quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with the content for today's show.
Could launch a business in just 5 days with the help of AI. That sounds amazing, right? The problem is most people are doing it all wrong. You've heard the success stories of people making money online, but when you try to start, it's like hitting a wall. Where do you even begin? What tools do you use? And how do you make it all work together? The process feels endless. Weeks, maybe months of trial and error, only to realize you're no closer to your goals. It's exhausting, and every day you're stuck, you're leaving money on the table. But it doesn't have to be this way. The truth is, building an online business can be simple if you have the right system. That's exactly what the 5-Day Wealth Engine gives you. A clear, step-by-step process that takes the guesswork out of launching a business. With over $100 million in results and 25+ years of experience, I can help you do this in my 5-day challenge. We'll work together to help you apply my proven methods. I'll guide you through harnessing AI to work smarter, not harder. In just 5 days, you'll go from feeling stuck and overwhelmed to having a fully launched, ready-to-profit business. You'll learn how to use the latest tools, avoid costly mistakes, and create something sustainable that fits into your life. Imagine what it would feel like to stop spinning your wheels and finally take action toward the future you've been dreaming about. No more endless research. No more second-guessing yourself. Just results. Fast. If you're ready to turn your vision into reality, click the link now to join the 5-day Wealth Engine. Spots are limited, and the next challenge is about to start. So take action while you can. This is your chance to make it happen.
All right, YouTube's doing some of its ad breaks too, so some of you might be seeing ads from YouTube, but we are about to dive into today's content. And I see Juan Carlos asking, what is this about? So today I'm teaching the unfair 3-step AI trick that launches million-dollar businesses. That's the title of the show today. And that is what I am teaching. So we'll be diving into that. And of course, this show every week is here to teach anyone who wants to become an entrepreneur or become a more successful entrepreneur. We focus on launching and growing your businesses using either AI or modern marketing strategies that are working right now today. So lots of new tactics, new strategies, and exciting things to grow your business. That's what the show is all about. And we're going to get into the content for today. Just fueling up here with my content juice, content fuel, I guess we should call it.
And
all right,
just remember, I'm here on standby in the back office. So if you want to tap me in, just give me the word and I'll jump in.
All right, cool. Yep, I think when we go into the prompts, did you want to share and show how they work, or how do you want to do that segment?
I shared a conversation. So because I know prompt 2 uses deep research. So I don't know if I want to do it live because the deep research takes a few minutes. So I shared a conversation. If you want, I can walk you through the conversation when it comes to that.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Okay. All right, cool. All right, everybody. So we're going to get started with the content for today. And I want to remind you that I'm recording this. So when I do content, I'm going to power through it, get all of the content delivered. I have a slide deck and a bunch of resources and some prompts for you. So we'll get through all of that. I'll release the training, and then we're going to pop open into Q&A. And so we'll go back to the chat and start doing Q&A once I get through. So don't worry. I'm not ignoring you. So we're just going to get through the training. The training segment should last about 10, 15 minutes of the content we're going to deliver right now. And then we go back to interaction and chat with you in the chat panel. So, which, by the way, if you're not a subscriber, now's a perfect time to do that. You'll see the red subscribe button down below. Give that a tap. That will open up the subscriber-only chat. Now, one thing I would ask is, as I'm going through the training, if you encounter something that doesn't make sense, is a little confusing, you got questions, comments, whatever, pop them in as we go. And then when we come back on camera or we come back with chat, we will take up all your questions. And I think with that, we are good to go. So let me get my teleprompter fired up. So the first thing I'm going to do is record the hook for today's training, which is like the intro that explains why you want to watch this in the first place. So here we go. Are we ready, Nick? We good to go?
Let's do it.
Okay. Are you struggling to launch a business idea that actually makes money? Well, over the next few minutes, you're going to get an unfair 3-step AI trick that actually spots high-value opportunities online and launches million-dollar businesses. And it does it fast. Now, I've used this strategy to generate over $100 million in revenue across multiple different businesses over all these years, from health to software to selling information products and courses. And now AI makes it easier for everyone to do this, even if you're a complete beginner. And just 3 surprisingly simple ChatGPT prompts that I'm going to share with you in just a little bit. You can watch it and you can reverse engineer the exact thing you should do. You'll see exactly what people are begging for, and you could, is this the right one? Why does this not sound like the right one? Is that the right prompt? I guess it is. Okay, we're going to do a take two on that. Sorry, everybody. So I got thrown off. I'll pick it up from here. Here we go. And in just 3 surprisingly simple ChatGPT prompts, you can reverse engineer the exact thing that you should go after. You'll find what are the things that buyers are begging for, and you'll see exactly how to launch an absurdly profitable online business. And people will happily throw money at you when you get this right. But there is one hidden factor. Miss it, and you're going to leave 90% of the profit on the table. Ignore it, and you're going to join that long list of entrepreneurs whose ideas never actually took off. So make sure you stick around all the way to the end so you can get the prompts and this very important piece of additional information. And I'll hand that to you as we get towards the end. So the question is, are you ready? Then let's dive in. Okay, there we go. Hook is done. Content will begin. Oh, I got to remove something. We'll remove that, add that. Cool. Then I am going to shrink that. Okay, and this segment is called the unfair 3-step AI trick that launches million-dollar businesses. And we're going to get right into it. The factor that we're going to talk about today is the pain factor. And this sounds awful, right? To talk about how important it is to have pain. And you're going to understand what this means. This is problems, frustrations, emotional baggage that people want to solve and get rid of, and things they want to get rid of and get relief from. And think of it this way. If you were going to start a brand new business, I want to ask you personally, which one do you think would make more money? Do you think a business that is going to help average looking guys get ripped, turn into muscle men? So you take average people and you're going to help them make big muscle gains, right? Turn them into muscle men, or the business that helps overweight people just get back to an average physique. Which one do you think would be more profitable? I'm very curious. And the answer clearly, by the way, is the one that helps overweight people. And the reason why is that it's painful. If you think about the negative factors of being, going from overweight to being healthy, you're dealing with stuff like, one second here. Why do I feel like this is out of sequence? A note for editor, you can clean this up. Okay, cool. The reason is it's much more painful. While it might be a great business to help people become ripped and become muscle guys, the more profitable business is just taking ordinary people and giving them relief. Think about the negative aspects of health. They're worried about how long they're going to live, what their quality of life is going to be like. They have the confidence issues depending upon how much weight they have, and a ton of negative factors that someone experiences if they're overweight. And sure, you can make money selling fitness to people who want to get more in shape and have a ripped physique, or maybe have an athletic physique, and you could make profit at that. But the vastly superior offer is the how to lose weight offer, because it is a painful problem. And I don't mean necessarily just physical pain, right? So I'm not talking about that you actually have a pain in your elbow. This could be something that has frustrations and emotional impact on the person that you're selling a solution to. And many times it's just a little bit of a shift in perspective, where you can take something where you're very excited helping someone solve a positive thing. And if instead you can shift and focus a little bit on helping them overcome and eliminate the negative aspects of what they're dealing with, you'll find it much easier to sell. You'll find it much easier to make a profitable business. And we're going to talk in this video about how you do this. How can you take, if you're in an existing market, how do you go into that market and isolate and locate the painful aspects of the market? And then how do you get a brand new business launched to be highly profitable? So big question I want to ask you, what do you think are some problems in the world that you could help people with? Do you have any areas of knowledge or skills or background or training or experience in any field, in any place that you might be able to help somebody eliminate a problem, overcome a frustration, or eliminate some physical or emotional pain? Drop a comment down below and let me know if there's anything like that that you can think of that you might be able to help people with. Okay. Now, with a first-time business, you can make a lot of money helping people escape that pain. And this is, we're going to talk a little bit today about Alex Hormozi. And in Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers book, he says, when picking a market, I look for 4 indicators. And you can see on the graphic here, you got pain, number 1. That is the very first indicator right there. Also purchasing power. So the ability of a market to buy from you. So if you're going into a new business, the people you're selling to, do they have money to buy from you? 3, is they're easy to target. So are they available online? You know, do they hang out in Facebook groups? Do they do keyword searches on Google? You know, are they easy to get in front of? And is that market growing? And these are the 4 pillars that he talks about creating an amazing offer. And today we're going to focus in on the pain one. Now, these 3 are important, the 3 other ones, but pain is the one that I believe is far more important. Which, oh, by the way, the playbook that you see, what you see here on the screen, me going through right now, it's available for free. If you want to download it, would you like it? You can download this deck. We call them playbooks. It's got all the links, the references. You'll have the prompts, the AI prompts that we're going to use. All of that is completely free. Just head over to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. Join our free newsletter, and we'll send you a link into our library. We have dozens of playbooks just like this one. So you'll get access to this and dozens more that'll help you start and grow your business. It's totally free. My gift to you. And again, it'll have all the prompts and stuff that we're going to cover a bit later in this video as well. So that's where you can grab that. So Alex Hormozi says you can find pain in 3 main markets. They're not the only ones, but these are the biggest, most obvious ones. And he talks about health, wealth, and relationships. And maybe you can relate. These are the 3 most common that almost anyone walking around on planet Earth has an issue with one of those 3. How about you? Can you relate to that? Do you know people around you that has issues related to one aspect or another of health, wealth, or relationships, and they have problems, pains, frustrations, and things they want to overcome? And so what I tend to do, me personally, if I'm trying to start a brand new project, a brand new business, I look towards these markets. That's not to say that you can't make a successful business in other markets, especially if you use the AI strategy. It's 3 steps. I'm going to reveal it to you in just a little bit. You'll see the prompts and how it works. You can do it in any market, but these are the big 3. Okay. So I want to ask you, again, a question about this. So if you had to pick one of these 3, so right now, if you were going to start a brand new business, which of those 3, just pop off the top of your head right here, right now, which one of those 3 markets sounds the most appealing to you personally? Yeah, doesn't matter if you have a lot of experience in it. Maybe you have no experience in that market. That's okay. We can start a business in a market we have no experience with. We'll talk about that in a minute. But which of those 3 actually sounds most appealing to you personally? And I love all 3, you know, all 3 of these. I've made money in all 3 of these markets, and they're all awesome. It just really depends upon what appeals to you. Okay. So pain markets plus the AI technique that we're about to give you can make you millions. I know, because it has for me. So a lot of first-time entrepreneurs, they get it backwards. And, you know, it shows in the statistics. We know by statistics here in the U.S. that 9 out of 10 new small businesses fail. They never actually get traction and turn into successful businesses. And a lot of that lies in here. So a lot of entrepreneurs will just kind of guess what they think that they can help people with. And they kind of try to guess what people want. Or what they think they need. And instead of focusing in on how do they alleviate some pain or make some frustration more easily solvable, um, they do something else. They focus on something, helping someone achieve a positive goal, which is great, but they don't focus at all in their product and in their business about how do they help ease and eliminate that pain. Okay. So when you want a big offer that's going to be successful, you want to uncover the pain. And a lot of times you can do this with surveys. If you know your market well, you can kind of use logic to work out what are the painful and frustrating problems. You can do internet research with Google. But today we're going to talk about how you can dig in with AI to do this for you. Okay. So with the right prompt, AI becomes kind of like your co-founder in starting up one of these brand new offers. And with the right prompt, which we're going to show you, you can mine all kinds of sites where people are online talking, like Reddit, Quora, and other social media platforms, and mine them to find and uncover real pain that they're talking about. It can show you the exact words your market is using to describe the struggles they're going through, and it can help you validate that there is demand, that people want to solve these painful things before you ever start building anything. Okay, so this AI prompt system, this 3-step system we're about to show you, is incredibly good at showing you what your market is actually struggling with. So what I would recommend is if you're starting a brand new business, or you're just starting from scratch, you don't even know yet what you're going to do, use this 3-step formula. But if you already have a business, use it anyway to help see how you could maybe adjust a little bit about how your business runs and the kind of language you use to appeal to your market. Okay. And we actually have a conversation here that I'm going to bring the channel's very own producer, Nick, on here in a moment. And he's going to walk through the conversation and you can see it in action. But let's take a look at the prompts. So there's 3 prompts and 3 steps. Prompt 1, we're going to choose your painful market. And if you've already chosen your market, you might be able to skip over this step. Okay. And this prompt helps us identify our painful markets that we can pursue and create offers and that can help them. Whether it's a course that's going to help them overcome their problems, training materials, coaching, recommending products, finding affiliate offers. There's so many ways to help people with problems once you've identified what they are. Okay. So here is the prompt here. And again, you can download this, by the way, this whole prompt. I'll show it on screen here. Let me shrink it so you can, if you want to try to grab a screen capture. But there is the prompt. You can download it. It is in the playbook. So if you become a subscriber, you'll get this for free and you can just copy and paste it. But there is the prompt. Okay. And we just copy and paste this in. And you have to change one thing here. You can describe when it says insert audience. This is the general description of the group of people that you want to help. Okay. And that's all you have to do. And what we'll do now, let's bring producer Nick on. So Nick, are you out there?
I am. Hey.
Hey. So this is the first step in the prompt, your 3-step system. So let's bring up that conversation, and you can show it off. You want to share your screen? We'll show it on screen here and walk through it.
Sure. Let me go ahead and do that. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So while you're doing that, I'll remind everyone, even here who's here live. Oh, there we go. But everyone who's here live, if you're not already an Ingeniosity subscriber, that's Nick's newsletter. And when you subscribe to it, you'll get this deck. So in the coming days, it will become available in the library, and he'll email out the link to get it. So and you can go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe to join that. It's a free newsletter. He emails everyone at least once a week with useful and helpful business advice on starting and growing their business. So, okay, Nick, so what do we have here?
Yep. So the way I designed the prompt, you can come in as someone who knows a little bit about your market and what they want to sell, but you could also come in as someone who knows next to nothing, and you just know that you want to start an online business. And you only need to know one thing, and that's the broad general audience you want to start with. It could be as broad as moms, just the word moms, or dentists, or
So what
I
did you
chose
choose
dog
in this
owners.
example?
Yeah, I chose dog owners. So all you have to
Alright.
do with prompt
And
number
can you
one,
zoom in a little bit to make that's a little, to see if we can zoom in on there we go.
yeah, you just plug it in right here. You just put in the audience you want to start with, and I chose dog owners. And you might not know anything about that market. What this is going to do is it's going to psychologically investigate that market and then try and pinpoint some more specific sub niches inside of that market that you can target to sell to based on the pain points they're experiencing.
All right. So you paste that in, and let's see what did it end up giving you.
Yeah, what it's going to do is it's going to come up with a handful of ideas for specific sub niches within that bigger audience you chose. And what it's going to do is it's going to rank them on 4 different criteria, identify the core pain they're experiencing. Sorry, I'm having trouble navigating it because I zoomed in all the way. So it's going to basically rank them on these 4 attributes, identify their core pain, identify their dream outcome, talk about where they might hang out on the internet. And then what's going to do at the end is it's actually going to come up with a recommendation. You could choose any one of these sub markets to target to sell to, but based on how it ranks them, it's going to choose a favorite, and it's going to tell you the market. So it shows dog anxiety and calming, and then it's going to tell you their core pain that you should address. And here it says, owners feel helpless when anxiety triggers such as storms, fireworks, or separation cause nonstop barking, self-injury, or house destruction, straining their lifestyle and bond with their dog, providing a fast, proven, calming solution that delivers enormous perceived value and commands premium pricing. So that's the first prompt.
All right, love that. So then now we're kind of starting to zero in on what is a painful problem that we can help solve. And if you don't like the recommendation that the AI makes for you, then scroll up and you'll see many other offers. What are some examples of other ones that they talked about in the response?
Yeah, here's senior dog mobility / arthritis supplements, a veterinary telehealth service, fresh custom dog food delivery, eco-friendly / sustainable dog products, pet travel. That's a big one. Pet insurance plans and indoor dog potty solutions.
All right, great. So that's just step 1. So remember, there are 2 more steps in this prompt system that you're going to be using. But I want to let everyone know, at any stage of this 3-step process, you can also just talk to your AI. In this very same conversation, you can just go down in the chat and talk to it. So if you like some of what it said, but not others, you can have a conversation. Think of it like a consultant and say, hey, I really like this one and I like this other one, but I don't like these 3. Can you give me more, or give me 10 more or 3 more or however much you would like to do. And you can go back and forth having a conversation with the AI until you settle in on one of these ideas that you really like. And then you're ready to move on to step 2. And I'm going to bring back my screen for a moment. Let's remove something. I'll have to remove. Why is it not? Okay, I guess I have to remove you. I'll add this one back on. Okay. So now that takes us over to prompt 2. And now this is a really powerful one because it is actually going to search the web and find and scrape, meaning extract information from all over the web to help you implement this next step. So we're going to be using what's called Deep Research. And again, you can use ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude, all the major AI chatbots have this functionality, and it's called Deep Research. And we're going to do hours worth of research, and you can do it in just minutes. So you'll queue this prompt up, and when you submit it, it's going to go to work. And depending upon which tool you're using, it could take a few minutes, 5 to as much as 15 minutes to complete while you walk away and do something else. But it's going to perform hours worth of work for you while you do this, okay? And the result is you're going to get a whole report of all of the buyer issues that you can now address with your products and services as you launch a brand new business, or maybe you launch a new product or service to your existing business, or you can adjust what you're already selling to fit these needs. But it's going to do all of this research based on real world need, real world demand for these solutions. So Nick, we'll go back to yours. I'm going to remove mine and add yours. And then let's show, as you did this prompt, what it came up with.
Yeah, so this one's my favorite prompt because it uses deep research. I'm a deep research power user, so anytime I can talk about deep research, I get excited. But basically what you're going to do, you're going to give it 2 endpoints. So if you notice, in prompt 1, it gave you 2 outputs, basically.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say, Nick, can you zoom in again on this? We're having trouble seeing what's on the screen.
Okay.
There we go.
So part of the output of prompt 1 is it's going to give you 2 things. The first one is a specific niche or submarket in the audience you want to target. So that would be dog anxiety and calming. And then the second one is a core pain that niche experiences. These are going to be the inputs you copy and paste into the prompt you'll get in the deck. And I'll highlight where they are here. So you're going to put the market you're targeting, which I put dog anxiety.
Okay, so we're just copying and pasting from the results from our last prompt. So we're just taking what the AI gave us, the stuff we like, copying and pasting it into prompt number 2. Okay.
Yes, and then the core pain. So the specific pain I want to zoom in on, and I just copy and pasted this into this. And if you want to, you actually don't have to copy and paste what you got out of prompt 1. If you already know or you have an idea, or even if you disagree with prompt 1, you can put your own in here and you'll get the same result. But prompt 1 is just nice for someone who doesn't even know where to start. So you could come in knowing nothing except that you want to help pet owners, put that in, and then proceed from there. Anyway, so it came in, it asked me a few questions. I answered the questions.
Okay. So they should expect that too, by the way. So when you submit this prompt, expect the AI to ask you a couple of follow-up questions and just do your best to answer them. And there's no wrong answer. If you don't know, you just tell the AI you don't know. So do your best to answer the questions. And again, just say, I don't know, if you don't know what it's going to ask you, and submit your answers or you telling them you don't know.
Yeah.
And then it starts doing deep research, right? So before you're going to get your results, it begins the deep research session.
Yeah. And since I'm not showing the prompt I gave it, I zoomed out again just so I could quickly show you the report it came up with. So the report's what it's going to do is because we want to base our solution and our product based off of the real life pain points people are having. So what it did is it went to communities like Reddit to see what real people are saying about the problems they have in this area. And it's basically copying and pasting hundreds of, I asked it to do 50 to 100, so it's going to copy and paste 50 to 100 of these real world comments and pain points into this report. So we get a full report. And what it's going to do is it's going to sort the different pain points and problems it came up with into a handful of buckets or categories that you can easily navigate.
All right. And maybe zoom in just a little bit more.
Yep.
Okay. And so this is the report, and the report is going to vary for you. And realize for a moment here what this represents. This is easily 6 hours or more of actual research. If you sat down, searching Google, going to the websites, going to Reddit, going to Quora, copying and pasting, assembling a spreadsheet, then tallying up that sheet and pulling all the most frequently asked and talked about problems and putting them into a report, easily 6 hours worth of work done in like minutes. And this is gold when it comes to building a profitable business, because these are the real world things that people right now are searching for solutions for. So if you can find any of these that you can help people with, and you can mix that into your marketing messaging and adjust your products or launch a new product that taps into these very real problems that people are trying to solve, boy, can you make money. This is really where the money making happens. So, all right, well, then that prompt is done. And now what do we do?
Yeah, so the next prompt, the final and third prompt, is it's going to take all of the information we've got from the first 2 prompts, and what it's going to do, and I'll scroll down so you can see it. what it's going to do is it's going to come up with solutions we can provide that resolve a lot of these pain points. And the input you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste. I'll zoom out so I can more easily copy and paste it. You're basically just going to take this report.
So the whole thing.
Yep. And then this is where I copied and pasted it. See, here it says below is a report of the raw customer insights. And then you copy and paste it here.
Okay. And then let's zoom back in.
Yep. And then
All
the
right,
output you're going to get.
Submit that prompt. And is this prompt deep research, or this is just a regular prompt? You just copy and paste.
Yeah. One second. Sorry.
Oh, now you're cutting out. I'm not sure what's happening.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
Okay, there we go. That was weird. That was a Wi-Fi thing.
Okay, well, you're back.
All right. Can you? That totally threw me off. Can you ask me what you were just asking me?
Yeah, so let's talk about what the results of this prompt are. So now we have submitted prompt 3, and what it's going to now present are possible solutions that we could apply to either add new products, use it as a basis to start a new business for your new offer, your new niche that you're going to go into, or modify what you're currently selling. So let's take a look. What are some examples of what it came up with?
Yeah, so this one here's number 1. Here's a solution idea. Smart, calm while away, audio generator so that when you're gone, your dog isn't, for dogs who have separation anxiety, like Roxy and Bodhi, or our dogs, plays noises so that when they're gone, they're not freaking out. Here's the same idea, but basically in a phone app. And then this one is I think most of these are going to be info/digital products, and not necessarily physical products. But here's one. It's a $29 a month membership where basically composed of training that will help you resolve the problem.
Cool. That's an example of something that our push button AI could build for you. So our push button business building tools could build an entire business based on what you just learned right there.
Yeah. This one is for dogs who have anxiety about weather or fireworks or stuff. It's an app connected to basically what's going on in the weather, and it will tell you ahead of time if there's going to be bad weather so that you can take precautions before a storm comes and you're not caught off guard.
Cool.
Yeah, this one, it's talking about a 30-day course with a daily 10-minute video plus community, basically giving instructions and training on how to deal with a dog that has anxiety.
All right. Well, I think we don't need to go through all of them at this point, but so this has now given us the solutions that we can offer to our potential buyers to make a lot of money with. And a lot of what you're seeing there is based upon Alex Hormozy's training, which let's talk about that for a moment here. Last little reminder, you can download the playbook. So when it comes to everything that you see us have on the screen, all of the prompts that you want to copy and paste, we have some links to resources and other materials. You can download that. It's free. Just go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. And in a few days' time, at least at the time of the recording of this deck is not yet available. It'll be one of dozens of decks that we make available. So if you're here live, we'll be posting this in a few days. But when you subscribe there, you'll get access to our library of dozens of different playbooks, including this one. And you'll be able to download it so you can use these prompts and refer back to everything we talked about today. So the important thing here, the big question becomes, what do you do with this information? We take this painful problems that we've uncovered and the solutions that we can offer, and we need to assemble these into what's called a grand slam offer, which is also based on the $100 million offers book. So when it comes to what Alex Hormozy teaches about creating a grand slam offer, you saw there were more steps to. Number one was we needed a big juicy problem that we could solve. We've now got that following this 3-step formula, but I've done other training on the channel that you can go to and we'll find exactly how do you take, now that you've identified the problem, you know what the solutions that you can offer are. Now you assemble them into a grand slam offer, and we're going to be talking about that in the next video. So I do want to remind you, by the way, that if you haven't yet, smash that like button you see down below. It helps us a lot, and if you got some value out of this, give us a like. And let me know in the comments below, was this helpful? Did this give you some insight into how to isolate a problem and come up with a solution that you can make money on? And if you have any follow-up questions that I can help you with at all in starting your brand new business, do me a favor and pop those in the comments down below. And of course, hit that subscribe button, because if you subscribe to the channel, we release content like this every single week that's designed to help you either start a brand new business or grow your existing business. So that's all available here on the channel. And the next thing that you're going to want to do, the very next thing to do, is to go check out the video that is going to show, it's going to be around here somewhere. YouTube will drop a link to the very next video that is all about how to take this information and mix it with grand slam offers, as discussed by Alex Hormozy in his $100 million offers. Go check it out. I'll see you over there. Okay, audience. Let's go back here. And Nick, can you come back on?
Yeah, hey.
Hey, Ben. So we're going to be doing questions with the audience. So we'll be doing Q&A. But before we do, we're going to take a super quick commercial break. And I'd like to take a break with one of our free class playlists. The ones that go to the master class. I don't know which one that is, if you can pop one of those. And then we'll be right back with everybody's questions. Yeah. Not yet a member of Push Button AI? Then what are you doing? So I would like to invite you to a free masterclass. We're going to be covering in detail how to create an entire digital online course, an entire business, in fact, that can be set up 100% using AI. And if you'd like to attend that free masterclass, what you're going to want to do is head over right now to pushbutton.ai/free class. In that class, I'm going to show you how we can help 2 different kinds of people. Number one, if you've got a business and you want to add training, courses, or information to your existing business as a new profit center, or maybe a way to add value to your customers, then I'm going to show you how to do a detailed 10-module training course, including 50 to 60,000 words of content. Have it set up and built for you by AI. Also, if you're trying to start your first business online and you're looking for a great business model to make some money online, then Push Button AI is the right solution. And I'll show you how you can use this amazing tool to build an entire business like that. In a snap, Push Button AI will build an entire course for you, create video training, audio training, write your sales page for you, write 30 days of emails for you, create your logo, build your website, set up your shopping cart, set the entire thing up, create a members area so that people can pay you to get access to the course, and you get to charge money and keep all the profits. It's quite easy. You answer 2 questions and you hit a button and it literally does everything for you. A logo, a 30-day email sequence, your sales pages for selling your product. It creates the entire training course that you can charge money for. It installs your website, sets up your hosting, launches your site. It even helps you pick the perfect domain name, all powered by AI. You just literally log in and start up your brand new business. So attend the free masterclass. I'll show you a live demo of how it works. I'll explain the entire business model so you can see exactly how does it work and how do you profit. That's pushbutton.ai/free class. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. You'll see it down below the video down there somewhere. Hit subscribe, hit the like button. It actually will make sure that you're notified next time that we go live. We release content all throughout the week, by the way. So we have videos on additional strategies and tactics. will be dropping to you all week long. Check out all of our useful content. Head over to pushbutton.ai/free class if you're not yet a customer. Every paying customer, we're going to be taking today's training. We'll take all the prompts, all the resources, everything that you need to use it, and we're going to put it in your paid members area. So you'll see it in your AI profits course inside your members area. On that note, I'll see you there. Bye for now.
I think you're muted.
So glad we're back, and we're going to do a round of on-topic Q&A. So when it comes to identifying problems and painful, frustrating things that we can help our markets with when we're launching a brand new business or modifying what we're doing to make more profit, let's talk about that. So we'll zero in on that, and then we'll do Ask Me Anything in just a couple of minutes. So pop your questions in now. Any feedback you've got about this training or questions, or you need help in this area, let's take that up. And then we'll go to open Q&A. But before we do, I have a question for you, Nick.
What's the question?
Why did the math teacher open a bakery?
Why?
Because she was great at pie.
Why would you be great at pie? That's just what she knows. She knows it to like 100 digits. What do you mean? How can you be great at a number? Oh, he's great at 10. What does that mean?
Well, it's not. Is it considered a real number?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That'd be like, no, I hated that. That was the worst one.
That was the worst. That's the worst dad joke ever.
I'm nuking it. I'm giving it a 1. Our first 1.
You should give it a 3 point.
I won't even give it.
How far can you calculate pi?
Just a 3.14.
So, see, you shouldn't start a bakery.
No, I'm not even going to give it the novelty rating of 3.14. I'm giving it a 1. This is we're making history for the show. Our first ever 1.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll take it. Hey, when I get a 1, it's not my fault. That was ChatGPT. So when I get a 9, then I'll take it. I'll take full credit for the 9s. But all right, so let's do Q&A. What questions do people have?
Yeah, I've been scrolling through. I'm just going in chronological order because I don't want to skip anyone. I haven't come to a topical question yet. Although there have been a few people who say they can't because the screen is zoomed out. They haven't been able to read the prompts. Just go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe, and I'll put them in there so that today you can go and see the prompts we're talking about.
Yeah, usually what we do is after the live show, Nick polishes up the deck and he'll add it to the library. So it's often not there immediately when we're on the air, but it'll be on there, by tomorrow probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if we're showing the screen, you're trying to, as fast as you can, copy the prompts to your own computer before we move on, and you didn't get them. Don't worry, you're gonna get them. You didn't miss anything if you weren't able to get them down.
Cool. All right. What else we got?
Oh, this is a great question from DE Production. How does Ikigai fit into this?
Yeah. So let me define that for those of you who might not know what we're talking about. So Ikigai is not some sort of item on a menu somewhere in a Japanese restaurant. Ikigai is a 2,000 plus year old philosophy. It is from Japanese culture. It is about how do you identify what we use it to identify niche markets. And we have some training here on the channel that teaches you how to use it to pick your niche market. And it's basically a combination of things that you're good at, things that you might be knowledgeable about, things that you might enjoy or have interests in. And how do you find something that you can start a business around that you like, that you actually get enjoyment and fulfillment through, but that is also highly profitable. Now, keep in mind, you don't need to have a lot of you don't need to be a guru or have some formal training. Just something that you're going to enjoy and get fulfillment from, but make tons of money at the same time. So that's what Ikigai is all about. It's about picking those niche markets. And Nick, I think that's like a great place to start. I think you would, starting from your prompt 1, you would go through our Ikigai process that is on a training video here on the channel. If you haven't seen it, you guys can go check it out. It helps you pick your niche. But once you know your niche, you just plug that into prompt 1, right? Is that a fair way to approach it?
Certainly. And I just found the video you're talking about. I'm gonna drop it in the chat if anyone's curious and wants to wait till we're done here. Don't go yet. But
don't go anywhere yet. Yeah. Save the link. Yeah.
Yeah, go and save that link. That's the video that Bill's talking about.
Cool. Yeah. If you're someone who is struggling to kind of feel happy with the niche, like picking the niche market you want to sell a product in, that video is amazing to help you get through that.
Yeah. And then DE production is, were you finished or did you have more?
Yeah. We're ready. Let's keep going.
He has a really good follow-up question. He says, is it wise to join Reddit or a similar group after you do this to follow a thread on your niche market and offer your free course to this group?
That depends a little bit. You need to, so Reddit can be a very picky place, to say the least. Some of they call them subreddits, which are the small communities that are all over Reddit on different topics. And some subreddits are filled with communities that are receptive to things like that. And then there are other communities that would absolutely hate that. And
some even they ban self-promotion. So if you had to get to join your newsletter or to buy something you have and you pasted a link, you couldn't get banned from that community for doing that. But there are alternative ways to get traffic from Reddit that don't necessarily involve direct self-promotion.
So the point is, when you go there or go to the subreddit on Reddit and look at their terms and conditions and just kind of look at some of the threads and get a feel for the community to know if they're going to get out the pitchforks and torches and come after you if you do that. Okay. So be careful there.
What you could do in a lot of these communities that ban self-promotion is instead create a free piece of content that's not gated behind an email or a paywall, like a YouTube video or an article. And you can link to that if it's actually relevant to what they're talking about. And then inside that YouTube video or article, you got a promotion or call to action at the end that promotes the thing you want to sell.
That's a good idea. And one other little tactic on this you could do is you could drop into the thread and say, hey, would anybody be interested in if I made a course on how to fix this? And just ask the question, nothing won't hurt to ask the question. And then once you've made it, you could say, oh, I did the course. Let me know if you guys want it, right? And then it's not you coming in and spamming your link everywhere. It's like you're engaging in a conversation, and maybe they'll ask you for it, maybe they won't, but hopefully they will, and it gives you a good excuse for dropping some self-promotion.
Yeah. Dawn has some interesting questions that they're good for AMA, which I'll get back to, but they're not necessarily on the topic.
Okay, cool. Video. So Dawn, we'll pick those up and ask me anything in just a minute. We're going to open it up and go on other topics in just a moment. Anything else on topic?
That's it. So maybe we can do a quick commercial break and then jump to AMA.
All right, cool. Before we do, I have a question for you.
Okay, what is it?
This question might redeem me. We'll see.
Okay.
What do you call an airplane full of bald people?
What?
Receding airlines.
That did redeem you. That was pretty good. I like that one.
I feel like I needed to bump on that. We still need to get a soundboard to start doing some sound effects on the show. But
ooh, that's a good idea. Okay, I'll assign that a 7.7.
A 7.7. Okay.
Blake says hairplane. I like
hairplane. Debbie gives it an 8.2. All right, good.
That's
good,
generous.
Good.
That's a good score. But yeah, 7.7. That's nice. That's good.
All right, cool. Then let's do an Ingeniosity commercial, and then we'll come right back with open Q&A.
You got it. All right.
Send you over 20 different playbooks, downloadable reports, presentations, and more. Free, all designed to help you start, build, and profit as an online entrepreneur. And they are all based on my $100 million in results across all of my online businesses. Because over the last 25 years, I have figured out what works, what didn't. But it took a lot of trial and error, a lot of painful lessons along the way. And I would like it so that you don't have to fumble around like I did over the years. Instead, I want to give it to you straight, the exact patterns, the exact steps that you need to follow to launch and explode your online empire this year and beyond. So whether you're just starting out or already have a business you want to grow, there is something for you, and it's totally free. So these playbooks, we release them each week, and a couple examples of them are already waiting for you in the vaults right now. These examples would be how I'm using Mr. Beast's leaked manual to blow up my own YouTube channel and make 6 figures from YouTube alone. Also, the next playbook is a simple content hack that made one guy over $1 million his first year. Also, another playbook is how one woman, she made $200,000 by borrowing traffic from other websites. Also, you'll see how to use an AI tool called Runway ML to generate AI ads that are 300% more profitable than traditional ads are. You'll also learn how to use Notebook LM, which is a different AI tool that Google puts out, and you'll see how to make tons of website traffic show up on your doorstep and explode your business. And then another example is our 5 profitable newsletter business ideas. So if you ever wanted to start an online newsletter or an email newsletter, you can start one in a single afternoon with this playbook. Those are just a few examples. There's tons of playbooks and other stuff, and we release more every single Friday. You will get another playbook that will cut right through the noise, will bring you a cutting edge, new marketing or business building strategy that will help you either get more traffic, get more money, or make your business bigger. And these are filled with growth hacks, the workflows, the ideas, the strategies and tactics that will help take you from a concept in your mind to cash flow coming into your pocket, and it'll do it fast. Now, over my $100 million that I've made across all of my different businesses, I know what works. And some of them were very painful and frustrating lessons to learn. And now, through Ingeniosity, it's totally free, and I want to share my knowledge with you so that you do not have to go through that. And I look forward to seeing you inside the Ingeniosity members area. Remember, it's free, and each resource is carefully researched, carefully curated, and we check it against all of my hard-won $100 million worth of experience and make sure it's something that is working now, today. By the way, all of it's indexed, cataloged, and roadmapped. You can log in and find these. You'll never be left in the dust again. Some of the other things that you'll get as an Ingeniosity free subscriber is you actually get to learn behind the scenes of what's going on in my own businesses so you can see what's working in them right now. So these are not just theories, things that I am doing in my businesses. You'll see real life business experiments and case studies that we're releasing. You'll get the practical blueprints, the growth hacks, everything you can deploy. It's like plug and play. You just take the training, implement it, and you can get results. So as a free Ingeniosity subscriber, you'll get all the practical cutting edge AI tactics that you can use right now in your business so you can participate in this AI revolution. It's all free. It's all right now waiting for you. Go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. So go to that link that you see on the screen or down below in the comments, click it, and it's totally free. I'll see you over there. All right, so we're going to do a round of Q&A. This is Ask Me Anything. So anything I can do to help you personally with your business right now. Maybe you're facing a barrier with trying to get clicks to your website, you're having trouble with your ads, or maybe you're not sure where to start with your niche and you want some advice. Anything is on the table. Ask me anything, and I will do my best to help you get the most profit, fastest possible strategies that I can come up with. Ask away. And Nick, what do we got?
Yeah, Dawn, she has a suggestion that she keeps asking about. She asked it a few different ways. And I thought it was an interesting idea where she wanted us to take someone from the community, mentor them and give them all the resources, and then do a case study on them and interview them. Basically make a documentary about how Bill McIntosh helped me. So
All right. Yeah.
interesting idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Right at the moment, we are spread really thin trying to get, we have 3 different products we're launching right now. So right this moment, we probably don't have the bandwidth to do that at the moment, but I love the idea. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Debbie has a good question. So she says, so how do you generate money from a free membership site?
How do you make money from a free membership site? Well, there's a lot of ways. So I can list off a few. First, when they join for free, they're subscribing to your email list. So now you can use that email list to promote all kinds of things. You can create additional paid products or services or courses or trainings or things that you might want to sell and promote them to that mailing list. You can also promote your products and services inside the course itself. And then next, you can promote affiliate products. So you can go find affiliate offers on sites like ClickBank. There are many of them out there. JVZoo is another one. There are, hundreds of affiliate sites and literally millions of products that you can promote and get paid a commission for. So now you can use that list, you use your course, you use your website, and you promote affiliate products. So that is another way. So it's either through upselling your own products or selling affiliate offers. The other thing you can do is joint venture with someone. If you have people that are joining your free membership and someone who does have a course or training or something, you can team up with them to sell their product or service. So there's a few ways you can do it. Also, another one to throw out there is you can load up your site, your course, and of course, even through email with ads and make money off of advertising. So there are a few ideas for how to monetize a free membership site.
All right. That was a good answer. And then a kind of a similar question from DE Production says, another really good question. Not sure whether to start a free newsletter or a free e-course to launch my new push button AI biz. I eventually want both.
Well, why not both? I think you could have both with almost the same effort, right?
Well,
so if you had, in fact, you could create a mini course and then you just follow up by email. So here's how I would do it. So I would create a mini course. You could use our push button AI system to do it. So make your course and then break it down into whether it's a 7-day or a 10-day set of daily email lessons. And every day you send the next lesson to the list. And you could maybe summarize like you could take each of your training lessons in your course on your website, shorten and summarize it, send it by email with a link for them to come back and read it online, right? So that I would kind of combine the best of both. And you could have a 7 or 10-day or 21-day course that is delivered, dripped out day by day by email, and then also have the website that they can go to as well. And then one other way to do it, if you want to break it apart, you could use your free newsletter as a way to get leads and then sell your course is the other way to do it, where it's an upsell. We've had a lot of luck with that, where we have a free newsletter and then we make an offer for people to buy some additional training after that. So those are kind of the two models that I would recommend. Either blend them together or break them apart and then upsell your training course. So we've made a lot of money doing that, going free newsletter to upsell into training. It works really, really well. So there's two. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I also we did a video on, after, the idea of taking your free course and then dripping it out via email. That's very good. That's a very profitable way to onboard someone into your business. But then when you're done with that, there's a really easy and high value way to actually provide the content after that. And we did a video on it. I'm going to drop a link, DE Production. Wait till we're done. Don't go yet. But afterwards, go and watch that video if you haven't already. We talk about how you can convert YouTube videos into newsletters. And And if you're not DE production, if you're everyone else too, you should go and watch after we're done here. Go and watch that video. That'll be very helpful.
Cool. So we have the Ikigai video you shared earlier, and then this one as well.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. I think look here, I have a question. Here's a question from Valbona. She says, I own a mental health clinic. How can your services help mine?
Well, we don't really sell like marketing services. We do have tools and trainings that can help you set up and sell courses. So if that's something that could help you, that would be one way to look at it. But yeah, we don't really do like marketing services where we help people market their businesses, but we can help you build business assets using AI. And that's what Push Button AI is about. We have our 5-day challenge that will help you learn how to do that yourself. We have, that would be how we could help you. And then, of course, you can just keep tuning into the channel to keep getting more and more advice as well. I have a guest. Hi. Hi. He's come in to tell me I'm done. It's time to go play. Yeah. You want to go outside, don't you? Yeah. Okay. We'll do that later. Bye, Bodie. No, you got to go. No, not right now. Later. Okay.
All right. And then Debbie Brady answering Valbona's question. She says, maybe become a thought leader. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. A newsletter is probably your best bet for doing that. And one thing I've seen people talk about, which I don't think Ingeniosity is big enough to do it yet, but in the near future, I'd like to try this. People are getting into exclusive events because they have a newsletter. They approach the people hosting the event. They'd say, hey, I'd like to cover your event, and I'd like to write about it in my newsletter. And a lot of the times they're getting into pretty expensive events for free, basically doing journalism.
Well, I mean, newsletters and podcasts are kind of like two of some of the newest of the new media, right? And it is true. If you have the influence over your subscriber list, you are an influencer.
Yeah. Dawn Turner says, I'll read what she says. So what are my next steps on launching my course? I'm going to start on YouTube with my YouTube site with info about what my course is about. And I just don't know where or how to launch it.
So Dawn, I would say, I'm assuming that I think you're launching a Push Button AI course, I think. So there is some training on what to do to launch and get traffic in your members area. So reach out to the team and get some help on what lesson you should look at. You can just email help@pushbutton.ai and they'll guide you to the lesson that'll help you launch your product. And there's a variety of ways to do it. I've taught some strategies of how to launch your business by doing content marketing with social media, video marketing, and others. But there's a lot of training on how to launch in your members area. And just ask, they'll help you out. They'll point you in the right direction. And then I don't know if you have a coach. If you also have a coach, they'll absolutely help you get launched as well. So definitely use our resources and cover that. And then we did an awesome training on the channel last week. Do you know when that's going to be available, Nick?
Probably.
I'd like to rush that one if we can.
Which one is this? Is this the Facebook one? The $2 one?
Yeah, Facebook content.
Oh,
we recorded it last week.
That one's going up Friday.
Okay, cool. Well, we're dropping a video on the channel on Friday that'll help you with launching any kind of business, especially a course business. So that comes out on Friday here on the channel. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess a lot of people are asking questions that are answered by YouTube videos we've done in the past. And there's another one I want to drop. Dawn, you mentioned something about starting a YouTube channel. We did a training. So there's a YouTuber. He's the biggest YouTuber on the planet. He's called Mr. Beast. and he has a big operation, and he has this document he gives his team that basically teaches them how to make viral YouTube videos. It leaked to the public, and we use it internally, and we did an entire video about it, and I'm gonna drop a link. So
that's a great video. Anybody who's interested in doing video marketing or doing video content, like here on YouTube or other places, that training that Nick just dropped is really, really good for that. So go check that out.
Yeah. And and I swear by it, we use it, and we've made a lot of money using it. So yeah.
Yeah, it changed everything for the channel. Our channel growth sped up quite a lot when we started applying that. So,
yeah. So Craig has a good question. He says, does push button AI now do everything that Commission Engine does in regards to affiliate product promotion with free AI generated training products?
Yeah, they are similar. So Commission Engine builds a business very suited for affiliate marketing and making commissions from ClickBank, whereas Push Button AI does something very similar, but it's about building something that you can sell of your own. So it builds you a course that's not designed to promote affiliate products, but it's designed for you to sell and make money selling your very own course. So they kind of have two different purposes. So Commission Engine helps you build an affiliate business. Push Button AI helps you build a traditional like info publishing business where you sell your course and your trainings directly. So each are similar, but for different purposes.
All right. And then Dawn says, if I want to start out, she's the one who asked about YouTube. If I want to start out, should I just take old videos and redo them for free? Oh, if you already have videos, are you talking about videos you've done in the past? You could definitely do that.
Yeah, I would say watch that video on the Mr. Beast manual. Go read the manual. We have a playbook in our library that's free that goes over how to use it. And take what you've learned from the Mr. Beast training and from our playbook, and then you could then make some maybe edits to your past videos and re-release them based upon what you learned.
Yeah. All right. And then Debbie on this topic, she says people go to YouTube for answers now more than Google. Yeah, that is so true.
Well, yeah, it's a whole evolution. Yeah, I mean, Google is on the way down. They're going to not just YouTube, but funny enough, they're going to TikTok and Instagram and ChatGPT. ChatGPT is going to become the dominant place that their people will be going to for their answers. And it's all shifting away from the traditional Google model. Now, don't get me wrong. There is still like a tremendous amount of traffic that you can get from Google and the search engine. So it's not like you shouldn't do it. It definitely is powerful, and there's a lot of traffic, but it is shifting. That is true.
All right. And then Blake says, what is the update on getting more affiliate networks in a Commission Engine?
I don't have an update I can share today, but I will soon.
Cool. Dawn says, are there books of just prompts to put in ChatGPT? Well, we have, if you're an Ingeniosity member, and I sent out a link to all the playbooks last week. So if you can go back and find that, make sure you bookmark it so you can go back, because we're updating it every week. But we have like 50 plus. We have tons of prompts in there you can use to build your business with ChatGPT. Like the prompts today, they'll be shared there after the show. I'm going to put them in the playbook. In the library.
Yeah. Oh, and I see Dawn's comment about sorry for asking so many questions. Don't worry about it, Dawn. We love your enthusiasm, for building and growing your business, and I love being able to answer questions. So I'm looking. So yeah, no problem at all.
Yeah, of course. And it looks like, I think that is the last of it. We're all caught up.
All right, cool.
And then comment from Debbie, which I agree. She says, beware of canned prompts. One size does not fit all. Better to repurpose for your own business or ideas. That's certainly true.
Yeah, and that's also why when you'll notice the prompts we give you, they're designed for you. They stack on one another, right? So like in today's training, prompt 1, you customize it with your niche market. But the other material in that prompt is universal. So I'm telling you, from my 25 plus years of experience, a lot of the persuasion, the psychology, the market research, all of that is universal, and it's not going to change. So copying and pasting that is fine, but you must customize it by putting in your niche. And then the next prompt, you're taking the answers out of the previous prompt and handing them to the next prompt. And then you do the same thing in prompt 3. So you end up with a very customized result that is not the same as everyone else. So I do want to just kind of put that out there, that there are some copy and paste prompts that you should not modify and change because they're based on timeless principles. Human psychology and what makes people take action is not going to change in the next 100 years. So those kinds of principles, copying and paste prompts, are actually valuable. But now I get what you mean, like copying and paste prompts to build an article or things like that. There are a lot of garbage prompts out there. I will agree with that. Yeah.
And I have an answer to this. Craig says, will you do a training on how to reach potential customers searching with ChatGPT? We've done it before. I'll drop a link.
Wow, so today's like sharing tons of links to the channel today. Yeah.
Yeah. But that video shows you exactly how to reach customers that are searching for your product inside of ChatGPT. Shows you exactly how. And then I think we might do, that one did very well, and we might do more in the future. So
right on.
But start with that video. And then Debbie says something that reminded me of something, but she says she likes building custom GPTs. I do too. Yeah. I find custom GPTs to be very helpful. We did a video on them like a year ago. And if there's enough interest, maybe we could do an updated video on how to use them in your business today.
Cool. We're gonna have to do some rapid fire. So we're gonna call it for questions. So if there's existing questions in there, we'll go ahead and answer those. But I have a little bit I want to talk about here for a moment before we wrap things up and finish the last few questions. I want to let everyone know we have a special promotion going on right now for what's called Software Generator. And it is an entire business model where you're going to be using there are so many awesome tools on the marketplace to create code and build businesses, apps and tools and calculators and quizzes and assessments. And we have a whole system that we help you launch and grow a business based around these tools. And it's called Software Generator. It was a program that was closed. We reopened it this last week, and it is going to close again tonight. So we reopened it for a few days. If you're familiar with the product, it is available. So it has been off the market for a bit. It's now it's for sale again, but only until tonight. I think there's just a matter of hours left on the clock. The link to that is we popped in there. It's pinned in the chat, but Nick also pushed it out there just now. So go head over there. That is this funny link right here, jobcrusher.com/49T7. It's like a secret code. So you can head there and just realize that you can only watch that replay and be able to get in on that special offer today only. It is closing tonight. So if you've been thinking about it, if you're on my list and have been aware of it, this is your shot to get in while it's still available. All right, cool. Then let's do some final questions.
Yeah. Well, Don has a comment. She says, I've been building apps for 4 years. I just had no idea how to get them out there.
Oh, fantastic.
That video that's going to be hitting the channel on Friday. It's a traffic strategy that costs $2 a day. That's probably going to be the best bet for getting your apps out there, in my opinion. What do you think, Bill? Do you think that would probably be the most helpful resource for that?
Yes. There are some other strategies that are specific to apps, but I think for today's training, that's the best. That's the best to get started with. Yeah. So keep an eye out for Friday's video, and definitely watch that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Don, it should come out in the morning, 8 a.m.
Yeah, it won't be live. It'll be just a recorded video training that we're going to release. It's probably about about 20 minutes of training, Nick?
Yeah, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Cool.
then Craig says he asked about getting customers with ChatGPT. He says, "Thank you, Nick. Very difficult than buying ads, I expect?" ?
Getting traffic from ChatGPT.
Yeah, I think that's what he means.
I wouldn't say very difficult. It's very similar to what you would do to get traffic from Google, actually. What's really important to the different AI tools is your brand, and if you're getting what's called brand mentions. So in that video, it goes through how to do it. So just follow those instructions. It's not that hard to do. It's similar to what you would do to get traffic from Google.
Awesome. Debbie says, "Great info. Gotta bounce. Thanks, Debbie. See ya."
See ya.
See ya. And then lots of comments from Dawn. She says, "No time could be long enough to learn so much, and learning is the gold." And she says, "I've got my own brand already and my own Shopify store." Cool. What do you
Awesome.
sell on Shopify?
So Nick, I have a question for you.
What's your question?
What does a cloud wear beneath its clothes?
What?
Thunderwear.
I like those ones. I like the word, what do you call that? Wordplay? Like the
Wordplay, yeah. That's courtesy of ChatGPT 03. That's 03.
I liked Blake's hairplane comment earlier. Oh, you mentioned 03. I'm loving 03. Rather, I started like this week. I switched from 4.0 to 03, and it blows 4.0 out of the water. In my opinion, it's really good.
Yeah, I agree. I like it quite a lot. When I'm doing jokes and 4.0 is starting to start giving me just awful jokes, I'll switch it up to 03, and then it fixes it.
Nice. All right. She says, because I asked Dawn what she sells on Shopify. She says, "Basic stuff, really. I just got started out." Cool.
All right. All right. Awesome.
We're all caught up on questions.
Yeah. Then with that, we're going to wrap things up for the day. So I want to thank everyone who tuned in. Now, be sure, by the way, if you got value from today, do me a favor, give us a like, a thumbs up down below, and then don't forget to subscribe. So you'll see the red subscribe button down there. Give that a tap and become a channel subscriber. It's totally free, and we're here every Wednesday, so you'll get notifications when we go live. And by the way, YouTube is a little weird, so you actually have to turn on your notifications. So subscribing is not enough. So those of you who have subscribed in the past, you might want to do this. You tap the little arrow down button, and you'll notice you have choices about if you're going to be notified when new content drops on the channel. Definitely turn that on so that you do get notified, because YouTube, even though you're subscribed, sometimes they notify you, sometimes they don't. It's a really weird system. So it's sort of like whatever their whim is. So make sure you hit the little drop down and turn on notifications. That way you'll know when we're live. And then like this coming Friday, Nick is going to drop an awesome video. It's about how to spend $2 a day and get a flood of buyer traffic that you can make money with. And if you have notifications turned on, you'll be notified as soon as that video drops. And you can click it, and you could be the first to comment. We'll see if we can get a first. We'll see who can comment first as soon as the video drops on Friday. And then the other thing I do want to thank Nick. He has been instrumental at making this channel happen. With everything that I do with running all the different businesses and dealing with everything going on in life. I don't have enough time in the day to do this show, but he makes it possible. So he makes this whole thing easy for me, puts it all together. So Nick, thank you so much for your help. And then, of course, everyone who tuned in today, thanks for tuning in. And with that, go check out Software Generator. It's the weird link you see down there, jobcrusher.com/49T7. As of right now, there are hours left on the clock before that offer, poof, disappears like Cinderella's carriage. So you don't want it to turn into a pumpkin before you go watch it. So there's a replay video. It goes over the whole opportunity so you can learn how to make money with some powerful new AI tools that let you create software of all kinds. And go find out about that. I focus in on one specific strategy called the DIP method. So you'll learn what the DIP method is and how to apply it to make a bunch of money using these new AI tools. And then maybe you get a chance to join us. If you decide you want to become part of our system, then you'll have that opportunity on that page as well. So with that, we shall wrap it up. Nick, pick a commercial.
You got it.
You could
Bye,
launch
everybody.
a business in just 5 days with the help of AI. That sounds amazing, right? The problem is most people are doing it all wrong. You've heard the success stories of people making money online, but when you try to start, it's like hitting a wall. Where do you even begin? What tools do you use? And how do you make it all work together? The process feels endless. Weeks, maybe months of trial and error, only to realize you're no closer to your goals. It's exhausting, and every day you're stuck, you're leaving money on the table. But it doesn't have to be this way. The truth is, building an online business can be simple if you have the right system. That's exactly what the 5-Day Wealth Engine gives you. A clear, step-by-step process that takes the guesswork out of launching a business. With over $100 million in results and 25+ years of experience, I can help you do this in my 5-day challenge. We'll work together to help you apply my proven methods. I'll guide you through harnessing AI to work smarter, not harder. In just 5 days, you'll go from feeling stuck and overwhelmed to having a fully launched, ready-to-profit business. You'll learn how to use the latest tools, avoid costly mistakes, and create something sustainable that fits into your life. Imagine what it would feel like to stop spinning your wheels and finally take action toward the future you've been dreaming about. No more endless research. No more second-guessing yourself. Just results. Fast. If you're ready to turn your vision into reality, click the link now to join the 5-Day Wealth Engine. Spots are limited, and the next challenge is about to start. So take action while you can. This is your chance to make it happen.
Those of you who are not yet a Pushbutton AI customer, then you need to check this out. And all you need to do is go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo, and you can get a live one-on-one appointment to get on Zoom and see this powerful technology in action. And with Pushbutton AI, it will build an entire business from bottom to top. Everything you need, from your domain name to your logo to videos to audio lessons, an entire course that you can sell as your own, a 30-day email sequence that it writes. You can send a daily email for 30 days, all written by AI, and a whole lot more. It writes your sales page. If you're not sure how to write an expert sales page to convince people to buy stuff, it writes it for you. It writes a free report that you can give away to get subscribers to your list. It even creates and writes the opt-in subscription page to get people to subscribe to get the free report. And it goes on and on and on. It even writes your first 10 blog posts for you, and it can do so much more. Social media posts, ads, all of these things are done, and all you have to do is answer a couple of questions and push a button. Now, Pushbutton AI is not available to the public at the time of recording this video, and the only way to get in is by invite to our behind-the-scenes beta access. And during your live demo, We'll show you the technology. We'll actually work with you to actually map out an entire course that you could sell as your own. We'll outline the course with you together on the one-on-one Zoom call. And then if you so decide, if you're a good fit, you can come in, join our Push Button AI beta program, and be in business with that very course by the next day. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo to figure out if this powerful technology is right for you. You can register there. You'll book an appointment in the calendar. Be sure you show up. Our team will be very excited to meet you and show you how the tech works, outline your new course for you, and hopefully it's a fit and we can work together to launch your next business.
Your first business doesn't have to be complicated. That's because we're at the start of the AI revolution. Before, it could take months to launch a profitable business and start cash flowing. Now you can do it in as little as one weekend. History is littered with people who've built empires by seizing the moment. They jumped in at ground zero before the door slammed shut. Imagine if you had bought Bitcoin in 2011. You'd be set for life. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, says, "We're at the dawn of a golden age of AI, and we've only begun to scratch the surface." Bezos made his billions riding the internet wave early. Now it's your turn to ride the AI tsunami to the bank. Thousands are about to cash in big time thanks to AI. But the burning question is, will you be one of them? Or will you be left in the dust? If you don't want to be left in the dust, then sign up for the Ingeniosity newsletter, where every week I'll hand you carefully researched blueprints that will help take your business from idea to income fast. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to level up, each blueprint is designed to cut through the noise and deliver actionable steps you can implement immediately, and I would know. Because I've been able to generate over $100 million in total revenue across my online businesses over the years. You'll get my hard-won $100 million insights delivered to your inbox every Friday. And the best part? It's 100% free. Join over 5,000 other founders and business builders and get your roadmap to unstoppable growth with the help of AI. Just go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe.